You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
Actually got a little rain on radar today. This is meteorologist James Spann. We have a front coming through. The air noticeably colder behind that front, downright chilly over the Tennessee Valley this afternoon. But let's go right to the radar. It's been a long time since we've actually seen rain on radar during the middle of the day. We had that good rain over the weekend, late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. But look at there. It does rain in Alabama. That's along a front, and you can see mostly light rain falling in Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston. And as those showers gradually sag southward, most of this will ultimately fizzle out, and obviously this will certainly not help with drought conditions, but it's a sign that we're starting to see the pattern starting to change, and our next really good rain event will likely be late this weekend on Sunday. There's the upper air look, and there's a big, deep trough over the eastern half of the country, and that's helping to propel that surface front through here today. And it's very well defined in the visible satellite imagery. You can see that narrow band of clouds across the north-central part of the state. Florence, Huntsville, not a cloud in the sky. Montgomery, Mobile, Dothan, not a cloud in the sky. But Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Anniston, Gadsden, it's overcast at mid-afternoon, and that front will keep on pushing to the south. And the radar composite showing that band of light rain showers along that surface front. And boy, look behind the front. It's only 61 for Huntsville and Cullman with a pretty good north breeze. It's kind of chilly almost. We've got 69 in Birmingham, Gadsden down to 65. But south of that front, we have some low and mid-80s over the southern half of the state. We'll check the watch warning map around the nation. Wind advisories for parts of Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois. Otherwise, things are quiet. We got a marginal risk of severe storms up around Detroit and Cleveland. That's the outlook through tonight. Tomorrow, no organized severe storms expected. And on day 3, which is Thursday, a marginal risk of severe storms over parts of New Mexico, West Texas, and southwest Oklahoma. Rain for the next 7 days. Amounts could exceed 1 inch over the southwestern counties of the state. For most of the state, 1/2 to 1 inch, and that's the rain we see on Sunday. So tropical weather, we do now have Melissa on the board in the Caribbean. It was upgraded from a tropical wave late this morning, early this afternoon. But notice, other than that, I mean, there's just nothing going on. It's quiet as could be. In fact, here's a look at the 7-day outlook. Other than Melissa, no tropical storms, no hurricanes. In addition to that, expected over the course of the next 7 days. Satellite perspective, the outflow a little restricted on the west side. It's not a really well-defined, organized system, but the winds are estimated to be at 50 miles an hour. Here's the track coming from the National Hurricane Center. This will slowly turn northward. And the Hurricane Center has this becoming a Category 1 hurricane in 80 hours late this week. And it just meanders around to the southeast of Jamaica and to the southwest of Hispaniola. Of course, the question is, where does it go from there? Well, again, the concept is that this could ultimately move northeast and bring lots of rain to Hispaniola, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti with some flooding concerns. Or it could just fizzle out southwest of there. But one way or the other, we figure the rain could be pretty excessive over Hispaniola. Let's go to the global models. And the GFS, the American GFS, has most of the members, not all, most of the members north. If anything survives the mountainous island, it moves northeast out to sea. We do note there are a couple of members that move it into Central America. Let's check the European. And that's a big old bowl of spaghetti right there. You can see that, about maybe a third of the members bring it to Central America. 2/3 of the members turn it northeast, crossing either Cuba or the Dominican Republic or Haiti. And again, if anything survives, it moves northeast out to sea. If it doesn't, move inland over Central America. And we'll check the super ensemble plot. This is the European, the GFS, and the Canadian. And the UK Met, all together, one graphic. And again, this is from OZ last night. Hopefully, I'll check see if the 12Z product is in from this morning. But again, you can see that none of the members, none of them move it into the Gulf. Not one member of the hundreds of members across these models. So we are very confident that this will not be a Gulf system. But really quickly, let me check and see if by chance the 12Z Super Ensemble graphic is in, and it's not quite. Takes a while for all the various models to come in. Here's the intensity guidance coming off the ATCF set. And again, most of the members keep this under hurricane strength. A few bring it up to a Category 1, a couple of outliers, Category 2. And again, the Hurricane Center in their official forecast does bring it up to a Category 1 hurricane, again, later this week. But again, the main message here is that confidence is very high. This will not impact the Gulf. And again, as always, we'll watch it. But so far, so good. So let's go to modeling here. Model fans, the European 12Z run, 4 o'clock tomorrow. Big upper low that's over the Great Lakes and the Northeast, and upper low that's near Los Angeles. And again, we're in a cool, dry air mass. We'll start the day in the 40s. The high will be in the 60s over North Alabama, 70s for the southern counties of the state. This should be the coolest air we've seen so far this season. Early Thursday morning, many spots will be in the 30s over North Alabama. Maybe a touch of light frost for those colder valleys. Most spots in the 40s. Should be a sunny day. The high will be in the 70s, maybe near 80 in South Alabama. Friday looking dry. Great night for high school football. Saturday, kicking off the weekend. Everything looks good. And again, you can see the sky will be mostly sunny. Rain well to the west over places like Shreveport, Little Rock, Tulsa, Dallas, Fort Worth. The high Saturday, mid to upper 70s in most spots. And then that trough will push in here with rain arriving Sunday. And this is Sunday afternoon at 4. We might get away with dry conditions Sunday morning, but rain becomes likely Sunday afternoon, Sunday night statewide. Nothing severe, probably nothing too heavy, but we'll take what we can get. And then again, the high will be in the 70s. And then Monday, that short wave is on by, and the bulk of the rain is east of Alabama Monday of next week. And again, could there be a lingering shower? Yes, but probably not many. The high Monday around 70 for North Alabama, low 70s in South Alabama. And a week from today, this is Tuesday the 28th. And again, we notice over here that would be Melissa kind of hanging around, not too far from Jamaica. But a positive tilt trough north and west of the state, and we're still dry. We've seen various solutions, but notice the rain with the shortwave over Missouri, Arkansas, Illinois. And what the European does, it brings it in here Wednesday of next week, and then it will go out 10 days. This is the end of next week, Friday the 31st, Halloween. Big trough in the eastern states, and once again, we are in a cool, dry air mass. So based on this latest batch of runs this morning, it looks like the better chance of rain next week will be around midweek on Wednesday. And the week not looking as wet on this run as we saw in the runs this morning. But again, we'll take what we can get. And during this end of the week, highs drop in the 60s and lows in the 30s and 40s. It'll be pretty cool toward the Halloween this year. And goodness gracious, many Halloweens growing up, I remember it was hot and sweaty in those masks, but this year looks nice and cool. Rain for the next 15 days. The mean, it's between 1.5 and 2 inches between now and the 5th of November. Temperatures coming off the NBM National Blend of Models. Highs in the 70s, although later this week, or tomorrow, I should say, highs could be in the 60s over North Alabama. And then look at next week, though. The end of next week, highs drop in the 60s, lows well down in the 40s. Up in the Tennessee Valley, it's going to be colder than that. Latest long-range guidance just in. October 29th through November 4th, temperatures near or below average. And that's a change there. Let's roll some Children's of Alabama. Kid Cam. I love this school. Boy, we had a great time today. Montgomery Christian School in Montgomery. Had a big crowd doing some science today. Talked about the science of meteorology. They were great listeners and great learners. And I love this cake. I just think it looks good. That's a good look right there. That's outstanding. But what a great school. Did some storm spotting. Talked about tornadoes, weather safety. Little winter storm action. Before you know it, winter's going to be here. But they were so good today. So again, to all these kids at Montgomery Christian School, thanks a lot for a great visit earlier today. You guys know you are looking good. All right, so back to the radar one more time, and we're live here for those watching on the social platforms. It's about 3:05. Many of you watching on the Alabama Network, Weather Network, we're glad you're watching there as well. But also had a great time today at AUM, Auburn University Montgomery. Had a pinning ceremony for some of the students there and had a really good time. That was great. And so tomorrow going to be at Atala Elementary School in Etowah County. Then I'll be swinging by Gadsden State Community College. On Thursday, going to be at Drake State Community College in Huntsville, and then I'll be at Latham Church in Huntsville for a program there. And then Thursday evening, I'll be at Southern Union Community College in Wadley for a weather program. That'll be at 8 o'clock for those that might be on campus. And then Friday, Jemison Elementary School, Chilton County. That's a lot of fun. And then let's see here. Saturday, I've got a book signing. We're going to be in Sylacauga. Indeed, Cup of Grace Coffee on Broadway. We're going to be there from 9 until 11 before all the football games. It's been a while since we've been to Sylacauga, so if you want to come by and see us, we'd love to see you there. We take a lot of pictures. We have a lot of fun. Great time to buy some Christmas gifts. Hey, I'm seeing all kind of Christmas commercials on TV these days. So, again, Sylacauga on Saturday. We'll have our shirts, all the T-shirts. If you have anybody in your family that likes weather, bring them by. We've got our children's books, kids that love weather, maybe have a little fear of weather. So it'll be a lot of fun. Cup of Grace Coffee on Broadway in Sylacauga, Saturday from 9 to 11. Of course, we invite you to watch us on the television side this evening, ABC 3340 News. And don't forget, you can catch my forecast every day on great radio stations around the state, including in Birmingham, 98.7 KISS. Thanks for watching. Have a great Tuesday evening, and God bless.